I could not be more excited to bring you today's video. Of course, this is a Cybertruck right next to me, but this isn't just any Cybertruck. This is Cybertruck VIN number 20, and this Cybertruck was actually won, not bought, which is pretty amazing. And thanks to Double Cap Crimpin, I am able to check this out. He's letting me drive, letting me check it out. We went on a long ride earlier. We did a lot with this truck. It's actually, as you can see, there's a electric motorcycle in the back. Actually, so most powerful truck on the market and the most powerful motorcycle in the back. So both electric, both the most powerful electric of what they are. And that's kind of a cool combo. But point is, today I'm going to be able to share with you finally my impressions of driving, sitting, riding. How does this thing stack up versus what else is out there right now? So make sure you stick around to the end. There's so much to share and I cannot wait to bring it all to you right here. All right, so before we begin driving, the first thing I want to do is share some of the screen with you because it is unique. It is its own UI, and I think it's awesome that it has its own UI. So very unique, very Cybertruck, very cyber designed, which is awesome. And this is something Tesla continues to do an excellent job with. They spend the time to make it a very unique and special experience. But one of the first things you'll notice about this car, look at this. I mean, it's just nuts. Like, I did this with the Model 3, the refresh Model 3. Like, it's just so responsive and so fast. And this is something that has continued to evolve with the Cybertruck, with Tesla in general, with their screens. They're getting zappier, quicker, faster, which is great. As you can see, this one is a Cyber Beast, and there is Beast mode, which I've been told is the only mode to leave this on. So we will leave it there. But it's cool. It gives you kind of like that plaid launch. You hold the brake and the accelerator at the same time, and we'll show you what that looks like. We're not going to romp it though, because there is some cargo in the back. I don't want to be responsible for ruining that. But all your towing stuff, this is a big one. A lot of people were worried about, is the trailer brake going to be integrated? And it sure is integrated. And unlike Legacy, every Cybertruck will have this integrated. It's software. It's fantastic. I'm so glad it's there. Charging information. Here's how you can turn on or off your outlets, which is really cool. So you can actually kill the power to the bed in that outlet box if you so want to. But there's also other outlets throughout the truck that you can turn on and off if you so desire. So looking at the steering wheel, very, very similar to the refreshed Model 3. As a matter of fact, I'll put an overlay here because I think this might be the exact same layout, at least here in the middle. You will not notice a Tesla badge on this truck, which is awesome. I love that they made this a Cybertruck, not a Tesla, but a Cybertruck. So this is everywhere on the truck rather than the Tesla logo, but you have your turn signals just like the Model 3 is. And I'm also going to show you, there's a blind spot monitor here that I will not forget to show you this time. I promise. We will make sure we show that. And then the doors too. So just like the Model 3, you can feel and hear that. And then everything else is the same. Here's your emergency latch like you're used to, and then your windows. One of the cool things too, I showed earlier, opening and closing the windows, both the front and back, they go all the way into the door. So yes, there's plenty of room, and yes, they actually allow you to open the window all the way. Let me turn these lights off because I want to show you this ambiance we have with the, look at that. That looks so awesome. I love red inside of here too. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this thing in drive, and we're going to go for a little drive, and we'll talk about how it rides. And we got a sheriff now who wants to say, hey.
No!
What's going on, man?
Talking.
Yeah, right?
Jacksonville, first time I see you in Jacksonville. Time to take a picture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Awesome. That's the first Cybertruck I've ever seen. It's a steal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to race?
We can race?
Right?
You down? Is that okay?
Don't approach me. It's a 2016 Impala. That's like a 0-60. The beast mode.
This is Beast, yeah.
Get out of here.
2.6.
2.6.
No way. Dude, that's insane.
Right?
Oh my god. Dude, that's unbelievable. For how big this thing is and
It's like almost 7,000 pounds.
tank.
Yeah, it
Literally
is.
tank.
Literally
Yeah,
tank.
appreciate you stopping, man. Cool car.
Thanks, man. That's what's so fun about this truck too, is as long as you're into it and you're not busy and really trying to get somewhere, is everybody talks about how they know people that hate the truck and the truck, blah, blah, blah. But then when you get out like real world, everybody loves this truck. Like that was a sheriff. He just like, what's up, guys? That was so cool, right? And I don't know, it just brings almost like that childhood out in everybody and reminds them of the fun stuff in life. And this truck is no exception, which is pretty cool.
He's just looking at your car and measuring it.
Yeah.
Nice car.
It's a Volkswagen.
Volkswagen, yeah.
It just drives so nice too. As high as you're sitting, and you definitely feel you're sitting high. It's so smooth, and hopefully you're hearing this right. It's super quiet in here too, which was another thing that I noticed. Even over bumps, it takes them really well, nice and smooth. It does a good job of kind of leveling out the roughness of the road.
Just be careful on the turning because I don't have a fork saver and the forks will compress.
Okay, I'll take it easy. And one of the things I've always complained about with Teslas is there's not enough motor whine in the car, which I know is on purpose, but I can hear it. I can hear it right here underneath my feet, and it just screams that it wants to go. I am so...
We're good. We didn't lose it. We're good.
Jesus, I didn't even see that.
Either. That's a weird bump.
Oh my God, I just...
We
good?
Whenever we get up here, we'll turn around. I have my charger in the back, so I just want to check it.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
You're good. Yeah, just
pull
right
over
here.
right here.
Quick. I just want to make sure it didn't like pop up and land back down on the cable.
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
We're good. It didn't. We're good.
Dude, this turning radius is nuts.
It's amazing.
This is crazier than the Model Y.
Yeah,
this is nuts. The other thing that I notice about this immediately, and most people that are familiar with Tesla will also notice, it's a Tesla. It's every bit of a Tesla. It feels like a Tesla, drives like a Tesla. There's nothing like new to figure out. Now it does things different, like turning on a dime, which is wild. It acts like a Tesla. Putting it in drive is natural. Driving it, charging it. And that's one of the things also that Tesla does really well. So after driving this thing and riding in it, there are some things that come to mind almost immediately. And first and foremost is, all right, as a father of young children and as somebody who appreciates the conveniences of a truck, here are some of the things that I think it does well. First and foremost, the back seat is very large. It is not, however, as large as today's full-size trucks. Yesterday's, absolutely. So I don't know what generation for all the different brands, but for a Ram, like that 16, 17, 18, at 2019, they added even more room in there. I think they added like 4 more inches. It's insane how big the back seat on these trucks has become. So think of last generation pickup trucks. That's how big the back seat is. So this is every bit of a full-size truck. This is not a Tacoma. This is not a mid-size. This is not a small truck. This thing is huge. It sits tall, but it's also got something that most of the other trucks don't have, and that is the customization abilities. So jacking the suspension up and then putting it in off-road mode and jacking it even more. It gives you endless possibilities with this truck of the things that you can do, which is amazing. Also has a huge bed in the back. So a standard truck today, a full-size truck, I mean, you don't get a 6-foot bed. It's 5'7", it's 5'6". So that extra half a foot is a lot. Also having the locker where you can close the back. I mean, you can put whatever you want back there and it's secure, which is cool. Obviously, this window doesn't open, so you can't use camp mode back there, but you can still do camp mode in this truck, maybe in the back, because the seats do fold up, which is pretty standard these days for trucks. So good that that's also here. Ride is super comfortable. You would not believe riding in this truck that this is a performance anything because it's so smooth. Now, as soon as you give the accelerator a little bit of motivation, you're like thrown back in your seat. So it has unbelievable acceleration. This is faster than any car that I own today. And this is probably still going to be faster than the so-called Plaid Model 3 that's coming. The current performance Model 3 is 3.1 seconds. This is 2.6. It's insane fast for something that weighs almost 7,000 pounds. It makes no sense for that to work, but it does. And that all wrapped together, this steer by wire is amazing. The 4-wheel steer, like this thing turns tighter probably than a Y. And if you're not following Double Cap Crimpin, you got to follow him because I think he's about to do some content on that to kind of compare the turning radius. I would be surprised if this thing doesn't turn sharper than a Model Y. So there's a lot of stuff still to come, and that's one of the cool things about it. And because it's a new project and it's a pet project of somebody very important at Tesla, it's going to get the attention it needs to get all these things done, which is what's really great about it. So yes, there are some things that are missing, like rear diff lock, Some of the performance upgrades are not yet available. Traffic aware cruise control is all you can get. So there's a lot yet to come. And I mean, the Foundation series is $20,000 and it includes full self-driving. But of course, there's no full self-driving. It's like one of those Tesla things, right? It just comes with the territory. But at the same time, there's no other truck like this anywhere, period. End of day. And one of the things that I was concerned, like many of you probably, was comfort. Is this thing actually going to be comfortable? Like, what are you going to sacrifice to have this crazy performance? You know, maybe I don't want all that performance, but I want a comfortable truck. This thing is everything. It's almost unbelievable that it can do all the things that it can do. It can haul stuff, a lot of stuff. It can tow. It can also be as comfortable as a Model X. As a matter of fact, just that little bit that we were driving, the way that it handles bumps is maybe even more sophisticated than the Model X, which I guess isn't really a surprise. The suspension on this thing has to be insane for the weight that it's carrying around. So pretty sophisticated stuff going on there. Awesome acceleration. Price is high. And until the Foundation series really is no longer being sold, it's hard to say like jump on it, other than the fact that it's new and you're not going to get one unless you order it, right? That's a ton of money. 100 grand for all-wheel drive, 120 grand for this. If you have the funds though, get the Cyber Beast. It's going to take a while to get one. I know they're not delivering them as fast. Get Cyber Beast. This thing's insane if you can swing it. Otherwise, wait a little bit longer. We've got the standard all-wheel drive and the standard Cyber Beast coming for 20 grand less here very soon. And as long as there's no price changes, please Tesla, we will be able to get the all-wheel drive with no added options at $79,990. So tax credit eligible. So that's going to make it $72,500, right? Like even a gas truck, a premium gas truck is in that ballpark. And this, you get something even better. So here's my overall thoughts. As a family man, as a truck guy, this is a freaking home run. Other than being on the pricier side, but to get a premium truck, it is not pricey at all. It is the right price for that. I wish it had a little bit more range. I wish you could order it without the Foundation series. And I also wish it charged maybe a little bit faster. Other than those things, this thing is like, I almost wish I wouldn't have drove it, to be honest with you, because now all I can think about is this truck, and I want to ride this. I want to own this truck so bad, obviously, but now I want it even more. And I hope I don't make any stupid financial decisions in the next couple of weeks, because this is going to be on my mind the whole time. If you get an opportunity to drive one, drive one. If you have a friend that's got one, ride in it. It is unlike anything you've ever done or seen or ridden before. It is just, it's hard to explain until you get behind the wheel. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this was helpful. Can't wait to catch you on the next one, hopefully in my own Cybertruck.
Saw you coming down St. John's Bluff, man.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, bro.
pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, I was walking down the street. I saw it. As soon as I saw you come by, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to the mall. You're going to the Tesla store.
Nice.
Saw the one in the Tesla store today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught up with you. Hell yeah.